Ayurveda before I studied it. So I suffered from migraines for years. As a young child, I had migraines, and they progressively got worse and worse and worse. So when I was probably 25, I was having like 6 migraines a month that were lasting week-long, vomiting, and they just progressively got worse. And I did headache studies. They tested medications. They gave me free medications and basically told me there's nothing you can do. It's just basically living with this, and it's life. It's making, a quality of life at this point. So here's a couple of triggers that will trigger migraines, but that's really all that they knew. After all this studying, I didn't want to accept it. I just didn't believe it, and I didn't accept it. So a friend of mine had told me about a doctor, his name is Dr. Douglas, that he was an Ayurvedic doctor and that he was known that he could help migraines. And so I thought, well, I don't have a lot of money, let me call him and see what he says. If he thinks he can help me, then I'll try it. So to my amazement, he says, yeah, okay, we can do something about migraines. Why don't you come in? I'm like, well, I don't really have a lot of money. I just want to let you know how much is this going to cost. And he says, well, just come in and we'll take care, we'll get you going, and then we'll worry about the money later. So that sort of amazed me. That was like something that drew me. That's part of Ayurveda. I've learned since that giving and just that type of energy is important in Ayurveda. It's part of it. So I said, okay. So I went in and saw him, and he took my pulse, and I did everything he said. Ancient medicine that has been around about 5,000 years. It uses herbs and lifestyle changes and food and spices, anything it can draw off of to balance the body, to make it blissful. As blissful as it can be, as full as the body can be. Originally, traditionally, it is for enlightenment. It is purification at its best. So, purifying the body is going to bring you closer and closer to enlightenment. It's one tool. But all the massage and all the aspects of it just allow the body the space to detox and the tools that it needs to cleanse quickly. There'll be things that people will find that are eliminated just by the sheer balance of the body, and they didn't even mention to you, but later they'll say, well, I had this thing going on I didn't tell you about. Oh, it's gone. It's just because the body, all the energetics are just working together in a synergy, and they're pacified, they're balanced, and not in like a exact amount. They're just working together, I guess, as it's like a friendship. One energetic will help the other just to balance the body, and so it drains it can drain out that energetic. So you want them all just working properly, and that way then there's this really beautiful friendship that your body has created, like this beautiful flow of energy, and reconnects. Traditionally, you would do Panchakarma every seasonal change. So depending on where you live, like in Michigan, it's 4 seasons, so 4 times a year would be ideal. So cleansing out what has happened that whole season. Once a year is good too, though. If you can get it in once a year, that's a great preventative program, which would be beautiful alongside Western medicine. It's just, you have this amazing purification system that just cleanses out all the toxicity of the body and prevents disease.